What's up, gang? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're back with another piece of information, man. Bet has been trending online about Peller and Javis, man. You see, one thing about Peller and Javis is they tend to trend every two months. You feel me? For one reason or the other, Peller and Javis is trendy, right? Cool, no problem. Right? So recently, Peller and Javis went to Seyi Vybz concert that he held in Lagos, and they were streaming basically, right? So after the concert, they were like about to go home, and they were surrounded by area boys who are begging them money, right? So at this point, Peller felt endangered and he felt threatened. So he was basically trying to protect Javis, right? He was basically trying to protect Javis, but he did this in a very immature way. You feel me? He did it in a very disrespectful way that doesn't seem mature, right? And Javis like took it as disrespect and like busted out and like was like saying Peller should leave her alone. She left the scene and she was like angry, and they had this kind of argument in the whole car. And it is what it is, man. So a lot of people have been commenting saying Peller is being abused in the relationship. That Peller is being I say Peller, Javis. That Javis is being abused in the relationship. Javis is being beaten in the relationship. Javis is being like, maltreated in the relationship. Alright, so I've watched the video and this is what I want to say. From the way Peller treated Javis and from the way they were arguing, it just basically shows that Peller is not matured. Let's just keep it shit being. What I expect from a 20-year-old boy? I see a lot of people feel like Peller is not treating Javis with respect. But let's keep this shit being. This is one thing about the whole issue, right? On a normal circumstance, a 20-year-old boy is just trying to figure out life. Facts. I don't give a fuck what you think. On a normal circumstance, a 20-year-old boy is just trying to figure out life. He's just trying to know right from wrong. He's just trying to go into the real world. You feel me? But because of Peller is rich, Peller is successful, everybody feels like Peller has figured it all out. TikTok star Javis has broken her silence after a viral video showing her partner, fellow content creator Peller, sparked a widespread online backlash. The clip circulated last week captured Peller pushing Javis into the car, prompting speculation of abuse. People were like, Peller they abused Javis. Probably is like is like beating her or something because of the way Peller actually behaved, right? So addressing the controversy in a new video posted on Monday, which is today, right? Javis urged critics to stop misrepresenting the situation. She insisted that while the incident was regrettable, it did not amount to abuse. If a man beats me, I would have left. My life and my sanity comes first, she said, stressing that she remains in a relationship by choice, right? So in this whole scenario now, she's trying to tell us that Peller did not actually beat her. Like, if you look the video where you go, no, say Peller did not actually intentionally do that thing, right? It was in this kind of situation, it was uncomfortable, right? It was stressed. So out of the stress and the whole scenario of the environment, that is what actually made Peller to react that way. And I cannot blame him. Peller is just a 20-year-old boy. So in that kind of situation, he might react somehow immature. I wouldn't blame him. You feel me? So let's continue. Javis, who recently confirmed her engagement to Peller, explained that both of them are still learning and growing. This is what I'm just trying to say. You can't expect a boy like Peller or a boy of 20-something years old or a boy of 20-year-old to know how to treat a woman, to know how to handle some certain situation. Let me just give you an example. If it was a man of, or let me just say if it was a guy of 25 or a guy of 28 years old that was in that same scenario with Peller, or I was in that same scenario that happened to Peller, he would have handled the situation more matured. You feel me? This is what I'm trying to say is that Peller handled that situation immature because Peller is not actually matured. You can't expect Peller to be handle some certain situation in a matured way. Peller is not yet grown. Peller is just trying to figure out life. Forget that he's successful and rich. I'm gonna keep this shit being with all of y'all, man. A lot of people feel like Peller doesn't know how to treat a woman. Peller, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Peller is just a 20-year-old boy who is quick, who has this kind of early success. But that doesn't mean he's made in every area of his life. You feel me? Peller is still emotionally growing. Peller is still growing in terms of behavior and stuff like that. You feel me? So let's just continue. Rejecting the claim that she was with Peller for financial and career benefits, Javis maintained her independence. I'm in the relationship because I love him. Not because of the fame or money. We are both still coming up. The content creator also called on critics to respect her decision, emphasizing that she is old enough to take responsibility for her choices, right? So this is what I've been saying, man. Y'all niggas like need to like calm the fuck down about this Peller and Javis issue. Y'all need to calm the fuck down about this Peller and Javis issue, man. You feel me? I feel like people expect too much from Peller. Peller is just a 20-year-old boy. He's still trying to figure out life. I don't care how successful he is. You feel me? He's still trying to figure out life. There are still some certain things that he's going to make mistake. There are still some certain situation that he won't be able to handle maturely. You feel me? Peller felt like he was trying to protect Javis, but he handled it in a very immature way, which can happen to like anybody of that age. You feel me? If it was the man of 35 years old that was doing like that, I would have said that probably she's into probably the man they beat the woman. You feel me? If it was a man of 35 years old or a man of 30 years old that is doing like that, I feel like probably like this man feel they beat this woman. You feel me? It's reasonable. But a boy of 20 years old, you would have known he acted or he reacted under that stress, under that duress. You feel me? He reacted under that duress and stress. That was what made him to react like that. So this whole issue about Peller beating Javis, I feel like I'm into some weird ass fuckery. If you actually think Peller is beating Javis, you are dumb. And that's facts. I can tell you for a fact, Peller cannot control Javis in that relationship. Talk less of beating. Y'all are really dumb. For real, man. You have to stop this fuckery. Peller actually has a lot to learn. But because Peller is rich, people feel like he has it all. Like he's supposed to be like mentally or like emotionally like, you feel me? So I feel like people expect too much from Peller. That boy is just a fucking young boy, still growing. Yeah, it's like stop this fuckery of this like saying Peller is beating Javis. I don't think Peller can even beat. I don't even think Peller has a voice in that relationship. I'm being honest with you. And as for Javis, this is what you get when you date a boy that is younger than you. This is what you get when you date a boy that is younger than you. You can't date a boy of 21 years old, of 20 years old or 19 years old and expecting the boy to be treating you in some certain way. A boy of 20 years old or a boy of 19 years old will treat you in a kind of cat and rat way than treating you like a woman in a relationship. A boy of 19 years old or a boy of 20 years old will never make you feel like a woman in a relationship. Instead, he will be giving you this cat and rat vibe. I'm telling you for a fact. When we're talking about emotional intelligence, Peller is really down there. You feel me? So you can't expect a boy of 20 years old to be treating you like a queen. What do you expect? You're dating a boy of 20 years old, you expect him to be treating you like a queen and to be treating you like. But that doesn't really give a fuck about that, man. Let's keep this shit a bit with ourselves, man. You can't expect the way a guy of 20 something, or let's say a guy of 28, 29 years old, you can't expect him to treat woman the same way a guy of 20 years old who is just trying to figure out life, who does not even really know what woman means. Like, because Peller is successful and people feel like he knows it all. Actually, the boy is still growing. I need to call the boy some slack. For real, I need to cut the boys some slack. What y'all think, man?